Hey everyone, you're watching Big Drone Flyer 77 RC. When we return, I got the MJX. This is the Bugs 12 EIS. I'm going to do an unboxing, setup, and how to calibrate the GPS when we return. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back everybody. Donnie here, and thanks for joining me today on my YouTube channel. Hey, today I have the MJX. This is the Bugs 12 EIS. This is a foldable brushless GPS drone. In this video today, I'm going to show you how to set it up and calibrate the GPS. That way you'll be ready for your first flight. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. That way you can see what's coming up next on Big Drone Flyer 77 RC. So guys, today I'm going to go ahead and just do the unboxing, how to set up this drone and get the GPS calibrated so that way you're ready for your first flight. This was sent to me by MJX company, so I will definitely leave you a link in the descriptions down below. Leave a few links, one to their main website, and then I'll try to find where I can find some better deals for you as well. So I'll put some other links down in the descriptions too. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera over to an overview of this so we can see the drone a little more closer, guys. So stay tuned. All right, so I went ahead and took off the dust cover on the box. We're going to take a look at this. This little folder here is just going to give you some stickers and a quick setup guide here, which I'll set that over here. And of course, your manual, guys. So it does have a well-detailed manual in here. This is 5G Wi-Fi, guys, so you got to make sure that your device does support Wi-Fi in 5G, because that's what the drone signal is going to put out, not 5G service that you're going to use to call from your phone. I'm actually talking about the 5G Wi-Fi that the drone puts out. Your phone has to be able to have that 5.8 gigahertz to be able to see the image on the Bugs app, guys, here. So the app I'll show you. I believe this one, I'll tell you real quick here. It's towards the back here. The app on this one they're running, so this could be iOS or Android, and it is MJX RC. So you can go ahead and type that in, or you can go and hit this QR code on your phone or tablet, so that way you can go and get that application for the drone to be able to fly. So let's go ahead and take a look. I opened some of this stuff up already. You do have a set of propellers, A and B. Looks like they're only going to provide, looks like only two, one for each side. So you don't get a full set of props that I can see right there. Let's see if this one has, there it is. It's actually separated. So you have A and B props here, guys. So they do supply a full set of props in case you do crash. And you have some fasteners and some screws and stuff for that as well. Here is your charger, which I've already undone to charge up the battery. So it's just going to be a USB charger there, the type C. So it is going to take quite a while to charge that battery, you guys. So all that information will be down in the descriptions of the product link. So take a look at the controller here, and this is just a screwdriver right here, guys, a Phillips screwdriver. So here's the controller. Looks like just like the other Bugs that I reviewed not too long ago, guys, the Bugs 20 ESI. So it's pretty much the same exact controller, and this one actually has a real antenna in it as well. Let's see which one it is. It's this one right here on this side, so you can see the wire running through here. So that is pretty cool that they actually do have a full antenna in there, so that way you don't have to sit there and mod them like a lot of people do. They open up the controller and try to bring the antenna out, but you should get a lot better signal. So pretty basic. You got your headless mode, return to home, I mean. So your unlock button here to be able to arm the drone to get the propeller spinning, and then you'll be able to go and do your automatic takeoff if you want, which is up here. Automatic takeoff and land. You have your camera button here to take a snapshot, or if you hold it down, that'll start the video. So just make sure that you go and stop the video by holding it down for a few seconds again. That way you don't go and corrupt your SD card and lose that film. It will record to your device in Wi-Fi image, but you want to have the SD card so that way you can get a more clear, crisp image in this one. So I do recommend SD card. I use Samsung, the class 10, which I use the V3, guys. I wouldn't go more than 32 gigabytes. That's plenty enough for this drone. I usually like to use 16 to 32 gigabytes to film with. So you got your on and off button here. All right, it automatically comes in mode 2 here in the United States, at least. Just let me know that GPS is on. You can shut off GPS by clicking this button down, and now it says off GPS. So you can actually just start up the drone and bind the controller. It should bind together, and you can fly it in altitude hold. You don't have to wait for satellites, but definitely keep this on so that way you can calibrate it and get it ready for a flight. So the batteries on here, I wish they would have went with something else, but I put some Duracell 2 AA's in here, but I wish they would have went with the LiPo. That way you can just charge the controller, but they went ahead and went with AA's again. So that's the only thing that I see a downfall on, but you know, it's no problem. Just make sure you have good batteries. Don't get no cheap ones for this, especially for GPS. Then you got your phone mount here. You pull it up all the way, and then you can click it forward. That way it tilts out of the way. It doesn't hit your antennas when you put your mobile device in there. So I'll show you that. I'll use my iPhone 7 Plus in here to get everything set up so you can see how that works. So you have your lights for on the bottom. You'll turn the lights on. There's a little light on the bottom of the drone. And also this is your speed rate. If you hold it down, I just clicked it over into high. Hold it down for a few seconds and it'll go back down into low, okay? Short press will turn the light on and off, but usually that don't work until you have the drone up in the air. So you got your wheel here is non-use on the left. The right side is to tilt the camera up and down, you guys. So this film is going to be nice and stable. If you've seen that Bugs 20 EIS review I done, you can see they're really nice drones, and I'm so glad they went with a foldable drone now. So this is going to be a really good experience once I'm able to get it out there for a flight. Due to wind right now, I've been having a lot of wind, 18-mile-an-hour winds. So I'm not saying that it can't handle it, but I don't want to take it out in that high of wind, you know, especially for my first flight. So let's pull this out of here. Normally this comes with 2 batteries, but due to shipping reasons, this got sent back, and when they sent it out for a review, and for some reason inspections in China went and wanted only 1 battery to be shipped out. So I don't know what that was about, but you shouldn't have to worry about that for yourself. When you're ordering, you should be able to get your 2 batteries, but customs for some reason at the time ended up sending me with only 1 battery. I would have had 2 of these. So let's go ahead and unfold this guy. Let's do the front first. You'll notice that the battery isn't clicked down all the way, and there's a reason for that. Let me move this box out of the way. The reason for that is because inside here, it's not clipped right now. They have a little safety pad in here. So you want to remove that, you guys. It's a piece of foam. You want to remove that because they wanted to make sure that the battery wasn't in contact during shipping, so that way you don't get no draw on the battery, or even if you're having it set in your box up for storage. So now this should be able to go down in there, and it should be able to snap down. So there we go. It just locked on both sides here. To remove the battery, just pinch both sides and pull back, and it should come right back out. This battery here is 7.6 volt, and it is 3,400 milliamps. So supposed to be getting 20 minutes of flight or longer. So I can't wait to test that out when the weather gets better. It is somewhat of a smart battery, not 100% like a DJI, but it does have some smart technology in here. So you hold it down, and then it fires up the battery. To shut it off, you can hold it back down again. You don't have to double click, I don't think, on this one, no. You just hold it down and then let go, and it'll shut the battery back off. So it's not double click like a DJI drone. It's just hold down, wait till it gets all the way to the end. It would make noise, fire up, and you'd be ready to go. Hold down again for a few seconds and then let off, and it'll shut the battery off. Alright, so let me go ahead and grab my phone here in a second. I'll show you the camera. I took the stickers off already for this camera. It's got the little vibration thing here, but that EIS is going to work really good, guys. To have that electronic image stabilization is going to be excellent. It's going to be just like it has a gimbal in here. You do have the two lights here I was talking about. That's what that button's for. When you do a quick press, we'll turn that on and off. But I noticed with the Bugs 20, it wasn't until I had the drone up in the air. Okay, the SD card I'm using, like I said, is, let me pull it out of there. Mine is a Sandisk. Sorry, I think I said Samsung. It's a Sandisk Ultra. I'm going with 16 gigabytes on this one, class 10. This one here that I got in here at the moment, I believe it's just a U1, but I do like to run the U3 just because if you're doing 4K, but I'm not going to be probably doing 4K due to my editing software in my phone. I don't have a PC at the moment, so I'll do the best I can. I will film in 4K, but I believe once I transfer it over to YouTube, it ends up rendering it back down to 1080p, 60 frames per second. So, you know, I'll at least try, you guys. But here's where the charge is to be able to plug in that C charger right there on the side of the battery. And then that's pretty basic. Yeah, that's pretty much it right there. There's nothing else on this drone. So I will go ahead and grab that phone real quick, and then we'll get that app fired up and show you how to do that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the drone. Now I got the phone here. Okay, drone on, controller on. Let's see if we can get it to bind with the controller. Should bind here. So far it doesn't look like it's binding. So let me go ahead and try shutting the controller off, holding the lock button, and turning this back on. There we go. See how that works? If it doesn't bind, shut the controller back off. You can leave the drone on, shut the controller back off, hold the lock button, turn it on, and then let go, and it will find the signal and connect. See, sometimes you get it from the factory and they're not connected. So kind of glad that that happened like that so you can see what to do. So now we're going to go to the Wi-Fi, and I'm going to look for the Wi-Fi. So let me go ahead and back out of this. It's drone 4E. So the actual app, it'll end up saying MRC Pro. That's what it comes up as when you go and click on that. So let me go ahead and press start. Next. Go ahead and click. It's going to ask me if I allow, you know, the connection here. I'm going to go and press OK. There we go. We got camera is on. So now this blinking right here is telling me that I need to calibrate the drone's GPS. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So doing that is I'm going to go and lift this up. It should be counterclockwise, and yep, in the instructions right here it says to go counterclockwise, guys, and then you're going to go counterclockwise with the drone facing up on the second half. So let's go ahead and go counterclockwise. All right, looks like it's showing green on the front. Should have beeped, but let me go ahead and face it upwards here. All right, see how all the lights, they went red and then yellow in the back? That means it's calibrated. It's just kind of weird because it didn't do no beeping. So I found that kind of strange. Usually these beep whenever it goes and wants the second part of the calibration done. But as you can see, now we're calibrated, ready to go. It's just saying weak GPS signal because I'm indoors. but it'll be ready to go, you guys. I'll show more of the app once we get out there for a flight on the next video, so definitely make sure you go and hit that subscribe button and the notifications so that way you can look forward to that video next. Hopefully the weather will get better and then I could get out there for a flight. We'll go ahead and go through some of these functions here. I'm going to go ahead and max, it looks like it's already off. You can go and actually turn this on and minimize the flights, you know, so if I want to set it at 15, you know, meters, I can. But I'm going to go ahead and put them all the way up to 400 feet, which is 120 meters. Max flight distance, it says only 200 meters, so I find that kind of odd. It should go more than that, you guys. I think that's only if you go and turn on the on button. That will minimize only to 200 meters. I believe this one could go up to 1,000 meters, 500 to 1,000 meters. But if you do have this on, that's lit up, you're not going to go that far. You'll only go 200 meters. So you got the default orbit mode. You can go 5 meters and circle around you, all the way up to 50 meters and do a long circle around you. Then you return to home. I'm going to leave it at 15 meters. It'll go up 15 meters before it returns to home. You know, I can even go about, let's go about 20 to 30 ain't bad. And then you can actually do calibration of your gyros just right here. So that will calibrate your gyros as long as you're on a level surface. You could do it from the app. Same with the GPS calibration. If for some reason this thing's kind of circling around and it ain't staying steady, you can re-land the drone and go ahead and recalibrate everything, okay? You got your little notepad here for the status. Here's your notepad for the flight log. You know, it tells you your distance, things like that. And that's basically it, you guys. Then you got all your follow. I'm going to go ahead and press update. It said to update. So I went ahead and updated it. I guess it must ask you automatically because I don't see anything up here. So you got your takeoff here and then your return to home. You got your flight modes, the follow me, orbit, flight, and headless mode. So we'll go through those when I get out there for a flight test. So all right, that concludes my unboxing and setup and how to calibrate this MJX Bugs 12 EIS, guys. So MJX, thank you so much for sending this out for a review. Everyone, I definitely appreciate your support. The channel's almost at 7,000 subscribers, which is awesome. I couldn't do it without your guys' support, so thank you so much. There is still almost 90% of you out there that watch my channel that aren't subscribed, so please consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell. That way you can see what's coming up next, and especially see the video that's going to be coming up next for the flight on this. Let's just keep our fingers crossed that the wind calms down and it doesn't start raining again, so that way you can get this thing up in the air, because I'm telling you guys, this camera is awesome. For not having a gimbal. That EIS is just amazing how stable it is on this drone here. So all right guys, thanks again, happy holidays to you, and God bless.